Behind every mission, there's a plan. Behind every plan, there's a soldier, training, leading, and getting the job done. This is the Kentucky National Guard's G3 podcast, where we share the stories, lessons, and leadership that keep our Guard always ready, always there.
Welcome, hello. We are back for the G3 podcast, Fix Bayonets. I'm your favorite podcast platoon sergeant, Sergeant B, and we are in Frankfort, Kentucky, and Mother Nature still ain't decided what to do outside yet. So hope you're safe. I hope you're doing well. We have one of the first time for the episode, or for the podcast, something new. It's a joint effort that we have bringing on today. So very excited about this. Is kind of we'll call it the pop-up podcast for this one. We were just told about 18 hours ago. So very glad to be here. Very glad that we can capture this moment. And we are going to talk about SPP. And you know me, SPP. So write that down. That is the State Partnership Program. A lot of people may not know what that is, or they've just heard about it. But today we're going to deep dive into it. That way you understand what it is for the Kentucky Guard and some of the resources that are out there, some of the opportunities that are out there. And we have two great guests. You heard me. For the first time, we got two guests on here today with me. And I want to go right into it. We have Captain Sanderson with the Kentucky Air National Guard. Correct, sir? Okay. And we have Colonel Flores. Say it for me.
Flores.
I'm going to work on my Spanish days. So, bienvenido. Did I get it?
Yeah,
bienvenido.
You got it.
See,
Yeah.
Today you're going to learn. I'm bilingual. I talk American and English. But we're going to nail. I'm going to try to bust out. Actually, they've been just like deep diving me on this Spanish, but it'll be a Rosetta Stone episode for me. But we have Colonel Flores for the Ecuador Air Force, correct? Okay. They've been in today for the SPP or actually all week here in Kentucky. And we're going to kind of talk about what the State Partnership Program is for Ecuador, right? Correct? So let's kind of go, sir. We'll start with you first. Kind of what's your role with the SPP?
So my title is the Bilateral Affairs Officer.
Okay.
Paid for by the Guard Bureau to be the representative in the U.S. military group in the U.S. Embassy down there in Quito, Ecuador.
Okay.
Capital of Ecuador.
So you're kind of stationed there
I
as
am.
of right now. How long are you there for?
So the tour is 2 years minimum, extendable up to 3.
Okay.
And so we're probably going to hit that sweet spot in the middle of 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Try to PCS in the summer and get
Okay.
the kids back.
Gotcha.
So
yeah.
I got wife and kids down there.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. So you got the family there.
3 girls.
Okay.
They're in the right age to
Girl
go down
dad.
there.
Yeah.
Girl
Yeah.
dad.
I feel you on that one. I got
Okay.
2. So
All right. Yeah,
two
it's
girls,
probably because of all the radars we've been
It
around
must
my
be.
whole life.
Must be
Yeah.
something. That or the water we're drinking. Yeah. That's awesome. So family's there. You got until how much longer? You've been there for a little bit then.
Yeah, we're planning on coming back like June of 2027.
Okay.
the
Gotcha.
plan.
That's cool. All right. So you're in the embassy down there.
Yep.
Are you in the embassy as well, sir?
Yes.
What's your role, Colonel Flores?
Well, in this moment, I'm working as a liaison officer from the Air Force
Mm-hmm.
in the military group in Ecuador.
Okay.
Working inside of the embassy. This is something like an special in not all the countries. The opportunity to work with the military personnel of the country inside of the embassy.
Right.
In the military group. I'm working together with Captain Sanderson.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to work there.
That's awesome. And that's what's, I guess, the crazy thing here is you kind of get that friendship together, of somebody not only of a different nationality, but the different branches that you deal with. So I think that's what's going to be cool about this. Let's kind of talk about what is it? What is the SPP? Can you tell me something like, what do we do here? What's the State Partnership Program? What is it?
Well, the SPP program is, I think, one of the most successful programs that we have in this moment with the cooperation with the United States and Ecuador. It's based in a mutual exchange of military experiences, some careers, some development and capacities, and growing together,
Mm-hmm.
sharing techniques from the basics to the more advanced techniques. It's great. We had the opportunity to participate in several SMEs around these years.
Yeah. You said SMEs?
Yeah.
Tell me what that is.
Subject Matter Expert Exchange.
Exchange. Okay, so I'm ready. I'm used to the SME. There's an extra E on this one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the SMEs, right?
Right, it
Okay.
falls under a specific authority under Title 10,
Yeah.
where it allows us to do key leader engagements,
Mhm.
or we can do conferences or exchanges of information. So we're limited
Right.
under that authority. We don't do a lot of training.
Yes,
But
correct.
under the state partnership program, we can also use other authorities.
Right.
So later this year, we're going to get into some actual training with the 940th MP company
Okay,
coming
yes.
down to Salinas.
Right.
So
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one way to think about it, though, because I think everybody with the military, it's always training, right? That's especially the term you're going to
Yes.
use. We train, we train, we train. Whereas this is a little bit different because of different regulations and stuff like that you got to get into, but to lessons learned now is off educating each other, not just training, right? So that's kind of unique. The SMEs, right?
Right.
Okay.
Salinas is a beautiful place too. So
Yes.
We're hoping that this is a good retention tool for
Okay.
some of our soldiers and airmen as well, because we're actually staying on the Navy base down there.
Even better.
Right on the water.
Oh man,
In
yeah.
front of the Pacific Ocean.
All right, I'll be there. When are we starting this? That's great. So okay. So well, all right. Let's talk. Can we? I'm gonna break. I'm already gonna break how we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
We got the map here, y'all. Crane, go get the map up on the. We got it right here. Let's look at it. We're gonna talk this out because there's people out there. I promise you. It's like
Yeah.
Ecuador. What are we talking about? So, educate me a little bit. We're in South America.
Yeah.
Check. Where are we next to? Venezuela?
No,
No, I should have researched
Our
this.
borders
probably.
in the north with
Yes,
the
okay, north.
Colombia.
Okay. Okay.
So-
Colombia and Peru.
Yeah,
Yep.
south
There we
and
go.
west,
Okay.
Peru. And we have border also with Costa Rica
Okay.
from the side of
Right.
the Galapagos
Okay.
Islands.
technically.
So up
right.
north. Okay, gotcha. So we got the map. Everybody see it right now where we're at.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I should have studied high school education, but hey, I was close. I was close. I will say I was close on that. So what was where's it going to be? What was the place you said then?
Salinas.
Salinas.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's,
It's a Navy base and
it is.
just
There's
a beautiful place.
There's
huh?
A joint base.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all three branches.
Really?
Are right there on the peninsula that sticks out into the Pacific Ocean.
That's interesting. That's crazy. Yeah, to say like, hey, for once we could be somewhere nice. You know what I mean? Like,
For me, it's the
yeah.
most beautiful base of the Air Force.
really?
Really, I had the opportunity to stay there for almost 7 years.
Yeah.
It's a very nice place. It's the academy of the officers there, and also is the best place for surfing.
Oh man, I've always wanted to learn.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get a little tour to go over there. So, yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's hard to kind of picture it, but like when a rotation, I guess, comes on or some kind of event where we talked about the MPs getting ready to go over, like what's usually like the setup for it? Do they come there? Is that where they're going to?
That's where they're going to go.
Okay.
But
And they're the first ones to do this one?
they are the first
Okay.
ones to do an annual training event in Ecuador.
Yeah.
We think since the late 90s. So the partnership started in
98.
1996.
Okay.
So we're celebrating 30 years this year of
Yeah.
Kentucky and
That's awesome.
Ecuador
Yeah.
partnering together.
Okay. Well, let's do this. I got so many questions. So let's go to break. Let's take some break, and then when we come back, I want to kind of dive into the history of it. I mean, we
Okay.
talked about over 30 years now, and I know there was like a time frame. We kind of had a gap from what I'm tracking because
Yeah, we can.
political stuff and stuff like that. But let's take a break. When we come back, let's hammer on where the SPP started, what we looking on the way forward, and what happened this week. Sound good?
Perfect. All right.
Welcome back to the G3P. We're coming back from our break. We've been talking about the state partnership program, the SPP. But real quick, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. I know that for today, you're thinking, oh, I'm an adventurous person, and I'm going to go out to REI or Dick's Sporting Good, and I'm going to go grab that sleeping bag, and I'm going to go hiking and do whatever. You don't even have to anymore, because today we have the Urban Gray sleeping bag, and you're like, how do I get something this cool? And with today's weather and how Mother Nature can't make her mind, it's too easy. Just go talk to a recruiter, and they will issue you one of these. Can you believe that? And this is not only, this is a great product. Sir, feel that. Does that not feel good? It's soft, right?
Yeah.
So we're not always just like beat down, but at the end of a training event, you can wrap up, be warm, and this fits into a modular system. So you get more things than just this. Sleep one, snuggle up, stay warm. Talk to your recruiter today, and go get you that Urban sleeping bag. Urban Gray, I think is the name. But yeah, thank you, Urban Gray sleeping bag. So we're back. Welcome back. So we got Colonel Flores and Captain Sanderson. We've been talking about the SPP. And before we went to break, Captain Sanderson had talked about that we've kind of had this program for almost 30 years now, right? I mean, going on the 30-year mark, and it kind of had like a gap. So let's talk about a little bit of the history of the SPP. So started back in the 90s, from what I'm tracking.
So right after the Balkan Wars,
Okay.
So 91, up until 1993, there was some discussion between State Department and the National Guard Bureau on how to leverage some of those relationships that were made during the wars with the National Guard units in the newly independent states over in Russia, right in that Balkan region. And so some of the first partnerships were born in 93, and then other countries and other states started to catch on to the program, and the next wave of partnerships started in 96. That's where Ecuador and Kentucky stepped up, and we've been working together ever since. But I think what we were going to get at a little bit is right at the beginning of the partnership, we did more AT down in Ecuador.
Okay.
The region that borders with Colombia is called Esmeraldas. And right now it's kind of a hot zone for some narco-terrorism and transnational criminal organizations.
Yeah.
But that was one of the first places the Kentucky Guard went, did some construction projects, and did some combined training with Ecuadorians.
Yeah.
So we're trying to bring that back now.
Right. And I think that's a tough thing. I mean, I'm bringing it up. I mean, everybody watches the news with the whole, drug cartel and stuff, and the things that are happening down there, and all over the world at this point. But it's to build those relationships back up. I mean, it's very important, obviously, and to be able to train and be with each other and kind of have those relationships. It's wonderful, and I think that is a great point that we're trying to push to build this thing back up that started 30 years ago, and it seemed like it was very successful. And do you know why the break kind of happened? What happened? Why it took such a break from it, sir?
After 2015, we have a break for political reasons.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any activity with the SPP or the military group in Ecuador. But from 2017 and now in 2018, we could start again.
Yeah.
The relationship, and as a military, our relationship is strong. It doesn't matter the politics, but the military relationships are very good all the time. Also, I have a good history because in 2018 I had the opportunity to be in the first engagement with the military U.S. personnel in Ecuador.
Yeah.
And in this engagement, Jason was in the
Really?
I was still Master Sergeant back then. But
In 2018?
2018, yeah.
We didn't know that.
But you remember? Do y'all meet each other?
Yeah.
Y'all remember everybody?
We got a photo where there's a bunch of people in it.
Yeah.
On one side of the room, I'm on the other.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
but we didn't know that until this moment that
Yeah.
several years after that we are going to work together.
Right.
Yeah.
That's wild. Small world, I know, but to come back in the fruition of
That's cool.
that's very cool.
Our active duty counterparts don't quite get that
Yeah. Right.
opportunity because they're PCSing after 3 or 4 years, and we can maintain this partnership for a long, long time.
A long time.
I actually wrote a recommendation for some C-130s under the Excess Defense Articles program, and it took about 6 years to get the first one. And I got to be there whenever the first one
When
was
it happened.
delivered. So it's cool to see, the fruit of your labor.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, well, that's a good point, because sometimes you start something and you don't see the end point.
Yeah.
It might achieve it, but it might take some time, but you're not there for it, and you were there for it.
Yeah,
So
the strength of the Guard and international relations is really our continuity with our partners over a long period of time.
that's
One of
that's
these days, he may be one of the generals in charge,
yeah.
right? So,
He knows me now, so I'm good. How long have you been in the service, just in general? How long have you been in the Air Force?
I got my rank of second lieutenant in 1997.
Okay.
In October of 1997.
I think I was like 7th grade. So
Yeah, so you're pretty young.
yeah, 97. Okay.
And after that, I had several assignations around the country, and also I have the opportunity to be an exchange officer, working in local force base in Arizona.
Yeah.
It was a very wonderful experience.
Mhm.
After that, I come back to Ecuador, had new assignments, logistics area, in planning, and well, in this moment I'm 2 years in the military group in Ecuador.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, I mean, so you've been in America then and worked as well. So, now you're back over there. But I mean, it's crazy where all you go and stuff over all the years. But y'all meeting each other again, that's wild. That blows my mind. That's so cool. But very cool. So, can we talk a little bit? Let's go kind of what operations happen over there. Can we talk about that? What's going on, I guess, currently with the operations in Ecuador?
We've got some combined special operations happening right now, and we've been working together towards this end for several months now.
Yeah.
Doing some ISR, and we just had our first kinetic operations together starting a couple weeks ago. Actually, while we were together in Tucson, we brought an Ecuadorian Air Force General, the Chief of Staff, down to meet with the AF South Commander, another 2-star.
Right.
And while those talks were going on, airman to airman talks is what we call them.
Yeah.
We actually got the word that the kinetic operations had begun.
Really?
So it was cool to
Yeah.
be there for
Yeah.
that with those high level leaders.
Yeah.
And get to talk about it a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
How many people usually travel with y'all? Is it quite a bit, or is it just
In that time we were 9 people,
okay?
9
Yeah.
Ecuadorians.
Yeah. Okay.
but we had the engagement with a lot of people from the ABSALT, and also we have several engagements as Ecuadorians with the MSTs, and next week we are going to have the annual planning conference with Kentucky
Okay.
in Quito. We are going to receive your National Guard of Kentucky members in Quito, and we are going to host you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, I don't know. Like I said, it's just to know, like, that's going on with the Guard here. I mean, like, so, our soldiers, they work hard. We do, training events. We do, operations overseas, all this stuff. But to know, like, there's also training events in other countries that are going on. And those, like you said, those kinetic operations. And you can be part of it, right? I mean, these soldiers can be part of this. And I think that's a big thing that we're trying to talk about today that I want, if anything, that some of our Guard soldiers take away, that these are opportunities and these relationships that you build go on for years, and that mentorship and all that, that's amazing. So just to be able to do all that, knowing that there's operations going on, that's very cool. It's very cool to hear. So what kind of, like, I guess, training events can you do over there? Like, if, say, some soldiers like, I want to sign up for one of these bad boys. What are we doing over there? Is it like cyber? Are we doing cyber stuff? Is it engineering, or is it, a lot of cyber stuff?
We have a lot of kind of operations that we have had, and future operations that we are going to have. For example, in the area of military police, in landing operations, aerial operations, in the area of cyber, also in medical operations.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Search and rescue. We have in logistics, in maintenance.
So there's quite a bit.
Yeah.
You cover them all.
EOD.
We
yeah.
have
Everything.
an entire selection of cooperations.
Right. What, like, the Ecuadorians that came over with you guys, are they all in, like, different kind of branches, or is it?
The ones that came this week,
Yeah.
They're all subject matter experts on chemical attacks.
Okay.
So they're
Okay.
real similar to our CST.
I got you.
But there's a big old country, and they're the only team that they have in
Oh, really?
Ecuador right now. So we're trying to beef that up and maybe help
Yeah.
them, give them a little direction as
Right.
as they grow.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah,
helping
that's-
us with perspective. So
Yeah.
don't forget, the state partnership program is a two-way program.
Right.
So
Right.
and we were talking about the terrain a little bit earlier and what it looks like, geography.
Right.
They've got islands that mimic what we're dealing
Jungle.
with in Indo-Pacom. We got the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah.
We got highlands. My house is at 9,500 feet elevation.
Yeah.
And then they've got a large coastline. So, like, you can do pretty much anything
Yeah.
in any environment down there in
Right.
Ecuador. And we're learning a lot from them because of the terrain and
Yeah.
because of the internal conflict that they've got going on right now.
Right.
So
Right.
it's a huge opportunity for Kentucky.
I mean, it's big. Yeah, because, I mean, you think about, I think it's a thing with our soldiers. is talking training, because that's one of our biggest things. Is you kind of get sometimes just those one-dimensional things. We're going to go to this area to train. We go there all the time, right? You know what I mean? And then we have these different bases we go to, and sometimes funding happens, and we got to go to the closest place or whatever. And to see that you got different landscapes, I mean, that's huge. We all know in war fighting, it's huge. The landscape, the high ground, the water, all these different things. So being able to cover all those in one place like that, that's, I like how you said it too. It's a two-way street. So we're learning as well being over there. So.
And the opportunity for the new soldiers to know each other, to share the techniques, to share the experiences, they are going to remember around all his military career, how they can train with another country, how to build very good relationships, and I think it's great for Ecuador and from the States.
Right.
The partnership's key.
Yeah.
They've shown me so much of their country.
Right.
And brought me in, and so it's kind of cool being here in Kentucky now and having some people that I can show around and show them my state. And
right.
Everybody loves it. They're eating fried chicken and trying bourbon and having a good time.
Bourbon. Okay. You going to any bourbon tours? Be honest.
No yet.
No yet. Oh, you
today,
going to go?
Supposedly.
Oh, okay.
This afternoon.
Yeah. Welcome to Kentucky, right? I mean, that's what we're about. I liked it, and that once again more of kind of I guess your kind of a retention type thing though. Just bringing that up. I mean, those bonds you make, the memories you make, the culture. I mean, that's because you'll know, we've all kind of been there at one point. You're a young soldier, you haven't deployed, you haven't went overseas yet, but you want to do all this stuff, and it's like, hey man, there's opportunities. There is opportunities to do stuff outside of the America or your state. So
sometimes there's not a lot of interest on the guardsman's part when we're talking about, hey, you want to go down to Ecuador
right.
and do this? And they're like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But once we get them down there, and they start interacting with our partners and seeing the countryside and eating the food.
Yeah.
They come back and really ready to go. Even Major Lee, he's ready. He's going.
Major Lee's ready to go.
Got to go down there.
Yeah, he likes to play a lot of things off. I guarantee you. He's got a suitcase in his office right now, ready to go. Well, and you brought that up. It just now clicked. I had some people I had deployed with, but like a couple of years ago, they were maintenance guys, and they went to Ecuador. It just hit me. That's what they were doing. Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember like they were pumped. I mean, they were pumped. Like we're gonna get away for a little bit. We're gonna do this. I don't know if they were doing like a class on maintenance. I think it's what it was. But I remember them coming back, buddy, and they were just like, "Hey, man, it's a good trip." I just now clicked. That's where they went, was Ecuador. Okay. So, yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. But the memories, the training, all that stuff. I mean, it all goes hand in hand, and I think that is a great selling point for anybody out there that's that's listening. Like, hey, this is an opportunity. You're going to learn some stuff. You're going to meet some people, and stuff you're going to carry on for your military career. So, I do like that. I think that's a great point. Let's take a break real quick, and when we come back, let's kind of hit on what's the future look like for SPP and what we can do to talk to and who we can talk to maybe get on some of these different training assets. Sound good?
Sounds perfect.
All right. Perfect. I like it. Welcome back to the G3P. We are sitting here talking about the state partnership program. Once again, we got Captain Sanderson and we got Colonel Flores. We've kind of covered what it is, what we're doing, what kind of want to like to kind of see what the way forward. But sir, tell me a little bit about what you came in this week. What's some of the stuff that you enjoyed about Kentucky? Let's hit on that real quick. Well, is this your first time here this week?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
First time in Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything stick out that you know, or is it?
Well, I'm surprised for the beautiful state that you have.
Yeah.
It's a very countryside with very nice horses, with beautiful porches, with the fences. Without the fences, the unique fences that I can see is to prevent that your horses live.
Yeah. Used for the animals, right?
Yeah.
In Ecuador, the fences are to keep people out, not to keep things.
Yeah.
I got you.
But
Yeah.
it's very nice. The weather is nice also.
Yeah.
I like it. But the most important thing is the kindness of the people.
That's great.
The people that are very friendly. Any place that we were, in the shopping, in some restaurant around the Navy, Army base or Air Force base, all the people were very friendly with us.
Yeah.
I'm surprised for that. And
that's great.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, it's a good place to be.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A? Discovered Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, and I receive a
Gift card.
Gift card.
Did you go there that many times, or was it?
Just took one.
Yeah, that's good stuff. We call it Jesus chicken. Yeah, Jesus chicken around here because they're closed on Sundays. So, yeah, so usually your craving will hit on Sunday for Chick-fil-A, and it's not open. So, but yeah, that's great. Kentucky, I mean, Kentucky's a great place. It really is, and that's I didn't know if you had been here more than that, but just the first time.
Yeah.
Is some of the Ecuadorian soldiers, was it their first time, or had someone been here? So,
A lot of them is the first time in
Yes.
the U.S.
In
Oh,
the
really?
US also. Mhm.
okay, is it pretty hard to travel? Is it pretty easy as far as in and out of Ecuador?
Well, the travel it's not so complicated.
Yeah.
It's only one stop in the middle in Atlanta in this
Yeah.
case, but it's not so complicated. And in an official travel, the papers are very easy.
Yeah, no big passport, all that stuff, and it made it a little bit easier to do
Yeah.
in and out.
We've got a status of forces agreement with Ecuador, so
Okay.
Our soldiers and airmen can fly down there just on a CAC and orders too.
Oh, really?
So have to have a passport
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah, because it seemed like, did that just change?
Yeah, it changed
Okay.
just a couple years ago.
Because I was gonna say, I thought at one point that some soldiers were getting passports for that stuff or whatever. But that's cool. That it's making it easier. So
Yeah.
it seems like they're trying to work for that program. So I mean, what do you like about Ecuador, sir?
Well, speaking of, they're trying to work for that program.
Yeah.
They're a great partner. So it's a willing partner,
Right.
a very capable partner, and they're in the places where they have gaps or shortfalls, super innovative.
Yeah.
So like some of those maintenance teams you're talking about,
Yeah.
come down and their AARs when they come out of there are like, man, these guys like that they make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, even if we don't have the latest and greatest equipment. So we're trying to maximize the amount of interoperability that we have between
Right.
countries.
Yeah.
So some of the equipment lists that we're pushing forward on are really similar to the ones we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I also like the climate. I live in Quito, like I said,
Okay, yeah.
9,000 and some change
Can you
feet.
breathe?
Not at first. It takes a few days.
Get a little acclimated to it.
A week.
Colonel Flores says at 8 days, if you're feeling okay, you're fine.
You're fine.
You'll
You
be
got it
good.
beat, huh?
That's
Yeah.
what he says.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, you can climb a volcano. I can see 3 from my house,
Yeah.
snow capped. It's a beautiful place.
Beautiful place.
Yeah, food's good,
Yeah.
especially seafood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I've
I'm a
got these
seafood person.
gigantic shrimps and then prawns. They call them langostinos.
Langostinos.
Hold on, say it one more time.
Langostinos.
Lagostinos.
Yeah.
And those are what?
It's like a big shrimps.
Okay,
Yeah.
big shrimps. Langostino. I'm gonna tell my wife tonight. I'm glad to Langostinos. She's gonna be like, what?
Yeah, yeah. It's on them
That's
langostinos.
awesome. That's cool. Yeah. Man, 9,000 feet though. That seems. I feel like I'd be smoking cigarettes again, being living there.
Yeah, we had to quit.
Yeah, I had to quit. Yeah, I ain't smoked in a while, but that's wild. But no, that's very cool. Like I said, once again, knowing each other's cultures now and learning. But I also heard a little secret. You do a little preaching on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second.
well-
We're already off script anyways. Let's go
Okay.
ahead and talk.
No,
So yeah,
so
unique story between the two.
kind of.
Still?
So we
Okay.
Yeah.
that started out probably 2017 before I ever went to Ecuador.
Yeah.
I was in Iraq, northern Iraq.
Right. Okay.
So I had,
Erbil. How far?
we're close to there, so we're at
Okay.
Q West.
Okay.
So we flew into Erbil first, and then we
Got you.
we had recently just seized Q West back from ISIS.
Okay.
So at that point, we wanted to start using it for operations going into Mosul, and we didn't have a chaplain. So I was in a changeover brief, and I just awkwardly raised my hand and said, "Hey, I pray. If anybody wants to talk to me,"
Yeah.
and ended up getting a bunch of people that wanted to talk and pray, and got into a little bit of counseling, just
Right.
talking about what's going on at home, what's going on there.
Yeah.
And so I felt like that was a calling.
Right.
So I got into the seminary during the pandemic. My wife caught me trying to learn Hebrew on my own. Felt like I'd been caught red-handed doing something bad. But
Yeah.
she
Trying to do
said-
something good.
She said, if you're going to spend time on this, you need to go to the seminary and get some credit for it. So
Yeah.
I did, and I'm about to graduate. So while being in Ecuador, I found a church, primarily in English. So the sermons are in English.
Yeah.
And they found out I was going to the seminary and have got me roped into preaching a few sermons and try
Right.
to help me like
Very
hone
cool.
that craft a little bit so that I can be useful in the future. But it's cool because Colonel Flores actually comes to that church.
Your same church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very cool.
He's heard me preach.
Yeah.
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 It's getting better.
Getting better.
Of course.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a cool story.
It's great to be able to integrate into the community like that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's great because what is it mostly Christian in that country in Ecuador? Is it?
Yeah, it's the majority is Catholic.
Catholic, yeah.
And second Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean that's kind of cool. I mean once again just another thing that you do. You're like a jack of all trades. Like, I mean it's crazy.
Ain't heard half of it.
Yeah. Might do another episode.
Maybe.
So all right, let's SPP. We've kind of talked about the history of it, what it's doing, but let's kind of talk about that way forward. What are we looking at as far as if I'm a soldier. I want to do something like this. I want to give a shout out real quick. I know we got Major Green that's here. He's the director for the SPP, and he's got an NCOIC, Staff Sergeant Hill. That they're all about it. They're very good at covering it and briefing about it. And like I said, I want people to know their names because they're kind of in control of it. But you take a soldier that's kind of wanting to do, something like this. We had this so long of a break, and now it's kind of back. It seemed like. And what do we do now? Like, where are we going with this? If the soldier wants to go do something, how do they do it?
Right.
Is there an answer for it?
Definitely let their chain of command know.
Yeah.
And then watch out for these fragos that come out that are asking for soldiers and airmen to volunteer for these missions.
Yeah.
And if you have any Spanish-speaking ability, go ahead and let the SPP office know. Reach out to Major Green or Sergeant Hill
Right.
and tell them you're interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
We'll have very unique opportunities in the future. Not only for the SMEs that we have been working until now, but in the future for exercises, maybe in the future for training in specific areas that we can work together.
Right.
I think for the new soldiers, is a very good idea to be part of the SPP program.
Right.
Because not only they can travel, but they can understand the international cooperation, they can learn a lot of new things, and they can improve their systems with the knowledge of how to do the things in another part of the world.
And that's, because, I mean, it's hard to believe that, it's kind of somewhat took a little bit of a break. I mean, I know kind of political stuff, and I mean, it's a big deal. I mean, it's a really big deal. And I talked to Sergeant Major Stollard, shout out. Yeah. I know kind of when it had that little bit of a break for the Kentucky side here, they kind of pulled her into it and was like, hey, we want this program back. We want it up and running again. Here it is. And her and at the time, I think it was Colonel Cooper, they were trying to dig through SOPs and point of contacts, like who to even call. You know what I mean? It ain't like you're just calling your buddy, like, hey, we need this range, or she was just like talking about the kind of the blood, sweat, and tears that went back into it. But it was that important for the state, and just hearing about it, I mean, like, what an opportunity! What an opportunity! And like I said, not just to travel, but the training, the knowledge base, the just talking to the SMEs. Am I saying it right?
Right.
The SMEs, right? And just that exchange of knowledge and the way of the world, the way we were going, and everything's so much advanced and everything. So I think it's a great opportunity. I really want to push it. I by all means, and I think that's a great thing is how do you do it, right? How do I sign up for this, or how I do something like that? So to be on here today and talk about that it's amazing. So
We do 10 to 15 of these events every year.
every year.
Yeah.
It's usually typically small groups that travel at a time.
Usually
Okay.
6 or 7,
Yeah.
6,
6, 7, baby. I like it. I just caught that too. My kids are
kinda
like, how was
embarrassed.
that?
If my son
Might
hear
have to cut
that,
that out.
It's
I
great.
can't believe it.
Colonel Flores even knew it. God, that is crazy. I like it.
Our kids are the same age.
Okay.
Mateo is my son, and now he's starting saying, 6-7.
I like it. And I think my wife being a school teacher, they were harping on the kids doing it. It's funny you said that, and one of the kids did it in Spanish because he thought he could hide it that way. So she was like, y'all quit, So, all right, small group, training event. They'll come over. And you said that how many times a year y'all do this?
Well, so we'll do one KLE at least.
Okay.
So one key leader engagement. We'll try to invite General Lamberton or his proxy, whoever
Yeah.
he wants to come in his place if he can't make it. And then we'll do an annual planning conference. So those make up 2 of the events.
Right.
And then we'll try to do at least 10 other events that are based on the subject matter that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Whether it's search and rescue, cyber, or
Yeah.
And
aviation.
plus some emerging events.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need something
That's
that
true.
is more necessary, more urgent, and we have the flexibility to create some emerging events
Yeah.
for the specific topics that we need.
Right.
As demand comes up in Ecuador,
Yeah.
we'll put in an emerging event and go fight for money.
Right.
So when the internal conflict kicked off and
Mhm.
the military ended up working in the prison system, they really wanted some help with detainee operations. And
Right.
somebody else that you probably remember, Captain Randolph, was working in the SPP office
Yeah.
at the time and had some experience with that, so he helped us put together another exchange.
Yeah.
We did a virtual one, and then we did one in person right after that. They got to go visit the prison and
Kind of took off from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, there's multiple opportunities. You know, that's because I mean, I think that some people are going to be like, oh, it's like 2 or 3 times a year, but it sounds like no, there's multiple times a year that this happens, and they can jump on something and kind of
Right.
be involved in it.
And
So
if your unit has some sort of idea for doing annual training, you want to do that in Ecuador, at least let the chain of command know.
Yeah.
Let the SPP office know. So we've got that in our toolkit when we go to these planning conferences, and we can maybe select your unit to be the next one to do annual training downrange.
yeah,
Yeah.
very cool. Because we had mentioned MPs are getting ready to be the first ones up, right?
Right.
This year.
Right.
So
Yeah.
kind of bring it back, and it's the 30th anniversary.
Yep.
Yes.
They'll be doing. What, is that hit in May, June? Is it kind of that time frame?
Right.
It's May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 30 years. That's amazing. And I guess will they be there at the same time that that's going down?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're going to try to do our KLE right at the tail
Right
end
at the end
of
of
that annual training.
Okay.
We're planning to create a magazine, a special edition,
Yeah.
from both countries, looking on maybe old pictures and nice histories
Yeah.
about the all the cooperation with
Right.
Kentucky and Ecuador
Yeah, if
around the 30th year.
If this comes out soon, yeah, go ahead. If there's anybody out there that has photos or wants to tell their story,
Yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead and
write
capture
a short
'em, huh?
article or something. Send
Right.
it to us.
Send it up. Okay.
Mhm.
that'd
Yeah,
be
we'll make
great.
sure we push that out too.
And now we got to do it since you mentioned it on
Yeah.
the podcast,
Yeah.
so it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Ah,
So,
it's good to have them.
well, all right. I think we've covered a lot with the SPP. I'm very interested in it myself. Hopefully, I'll get to go on one of these trips. I'm gonna leave my chain of command. But you hear it here. If you do want to get involved, I'll kind of do the pitch as well. You know, go talk to your readiness NCOs. Go talk to your training NCOs. Bring it up. Hey, what's going on? Look in these fragos, find these events, and say you're interested. And you know, it'll get pushed up, and hopefully you get to go over there and do one of those training events or a seminar or whatever it is that's going on, and see this place and meet these. But real quick, I almost forgot. What'd y'all do this week? So it was kind of thrown. I'm gonna throw the little thing out there.
Yeah.
I just found out, we were gonna do this episode, but they've been here all week doing stuff and training. So
Yeah.
who did y'all train with?
Well, this week we had the opportunity to bring some a specific team for CRT, and we had 2 engineers and 4 special forces, but they are very well trained people in CRT, and we can share some techniques, procedures, and the list of the equipment that we use and you use for this mission. I think they had a very good time in the looking the exercise, participating with some activities, and sharing experiences with your team. I know your team of CRT is amazing. It's only 22 people.
Yeah, it's kind of a small
in charge
group.
of
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
I think it's a great opportunity and a great responsibility that they have with the state,
Right.
and also how do you cooperate with the different agencies in the Kentucky.
Yeah.
They did an exercise at Churchill Downs
really?
too.
Yeah.
Tell them what you thought about Churchill Downs. We got to do a walkthrough. It turned into more of a behind-the-scenes tour.
Before this
Amazing.
travel, I didn't understand why Captain Sanderson told me every time about the big event in
Yeah,
Kentucky.
Kentucky Derby.
The Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
And now, looking
Yeah.
at Churchill
Churchill Downs.
Downs,
Yeah.
we had the opportunity to walk inside of Churchill
Yes.
Downs, to go to the balcony, to go to the different very nice areas and unique. I understood how important it is for
Right.
Kentucky this event, and how important is the participation of the military
Yes.
to prevent any
Right.
any
Yes.
undesirable act. And I think it's great. I understand more about Kentucky and about your
Yeah.
brave Kentuckians.
Yes, bourbon and ponies. Just remember, bourbon and ponies.
Yeah.
I mean, you went more places than me in that place. I mean, we call the infield for the people that don't have a lot of money, and I remember some of them races, but the Churchill Downs it's very beautiful, and that once a year thing. It's coming up, so mark your calendar. You have to watch the Kentucky Derby, but I know the CST they do a lot in there or anything those big events that happen in Kentucky. So getting to see that, and it's a small team, I guess, here for the Ecuador's military. Are they Army? Are they Air Force? Or they're
all Army.
They're all Army.
Army
Okay,
guys.
I got you. So traveling around and doing that kind of event together. That's just very cool. So it's good to have you in here this week for that. So that's very cool. But is there anything else that y'all can think of? I know this is kind of thrown on. I'm tickled to have y'all here. I'm glad to meet y'all. But
Well, finally, it's like a nice story for my childhood.
Uh-huh.
All the time I got a very famous series of Daniel Boone,
Okay.
but I didn't know that he's from Kentucky.
Yeah, he's here.
And I had the opportunity to know about all the culture and everything of him.
That is
and
wild.
It's amazing.
You want to sing the song?
yeah, can you do it?
I'm
We're gonna
a
catch
little
this.
shy about
Hey,
that.
next episode, if we do another one, you're gonna sing
He
it.
sang it in Spanish.
That is cool. That's very cool, though, as a kid learning about that.
Yes.
And then, come here. Yeah, the Moon
You
National
have
Guard
a
Center.
Very nice state.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be there.
We appreciate that. We do appreciate that. And before we dismiss here, though, I got a little treat for you guys. And
What?
just something that you'll always remember my face.
No kidding.
We have your own G3 Podcast mugs. So with the logo, now you can put your coffee or your bourbon if you
Yeah,
go on a
very
bourbon
cool.
tour.
Thank you.
But just so glad y'all got to come on here and do this. Thank you for your time for sure. It's very nice meeting you. I hope that I get to work with you sometime in the future, near future. Sounds like there's a lot of stuff going on with the partnership program. I'm pumped about it. So thank you for your time. I hope that y'all have safe travels back. And with that being said, let's muchos gracias. Did I get it?
Gracias, Sergeant B.
See, I'm all over today. I'm all over it. I'm gonna use some Spanish on the wife tonight. She might freak out, but so with that being said, enjoy life, be healthy, stay lethal. G3 Podcast out. I know I'm not good.
Thank you for joining us on the Kentucky National Guard G3 podcast, where we bring you the voices and stories behind the mission. Stay connected, stay ready, and we'll see you on the next episode.